The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sherapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are The Bostonian versus The Book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus The Book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sherapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Welcome to Tuesday, boys and girls. How are you? It is time for another episode of the Bostonian versus the Book. Dave Sherapan, Matt Perrault, live on YouTube at Boston versus the Book, live on Twitter X at Boston versus the Book, replayed on Sirius XM, channel 159, Sports Grid TV as well. Late owls, how are you? Night owls, how are you? Thank you for being here. Dave, did you know that we have data scientists who are in the Brigade?
Nope.
We learned that today.
Did not know that. That's good news.
We got guys who actually can do the math, who can really do the math.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't pay them yet, but
real math guys
list.
Are in
You're
our
on the list. The data
Discord.
scientists are at the top of the list.
They
you mean
applied.
They can tell us how many people are watching and how many people are looking at things? You mean they
maybe? I don't know. They applied for a job at Rhythm. They heard the conversation that Rhythm needed data scientists.
Really?
And so they applied for a job with Rhythm.
Wow. And they meet the qualifications because,
I
there's
guess
a lot of people that want to be in the gambling content world or want to work in a book that say there's something, but they're not.
I don't know. True. But he applied. I don't know. It's up to them to vet it, I guess. But yeah, we got guys who are legitimate data scientists.
That's outstanding. Listen, everybody's welcome in the Brigade. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Be here every day around this time-ish. Between 11 and 11:15-ish. That graphic still says 10-ish. We're long past 10. We're 11 o'clock Pacific AM, usually for the start time.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 o'clock Eastern. That's 1 o'clock Central. Speaking of Central, I found this one in the
No way.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. The come and go.
There we go.
We came and went back east. We're back home. So, yeah, I love the come and go. The colors are a little bit rough, but that's okay.
Why?
I don't know. I don't like the gray. I'm not sure about this. This is an odd, like brownish gray. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure it works completely, but yeah, I mean, we talked about wall. We talked about sheets. We might as well talk about come and go. I think I'm going to do power ratings for convenience stores across the country. Yeah, that's really going to set
localized or national. Does it matter?
Well, it's a problem because there's people that have never been to a Wawa or Sheets on the West Coast
or a Buc-ee's.
And I've never been to a Buc-ee's. So, I mean,
Okay.
I can't, I mean, that's like rating Alabama third.
Yeah, it's tough.
Football. Like,
That's
how could
tough.
you do that? They're number one. That's what
Yeah.
everybody says.
Buc-ee's is pretty damn good. Wawa's pretty good too, though. I wonder where I would rank them. I would put Buc-ee's 1. I would probably put Wawa 2, but it's not that far. Not a huge fan of the Sheets, although people think the Sheets pizza, I can't eat it. So people think the Sheets flatbread pizza is the best in the country.
Really?
Yeah, people are all in on the flatbread pizza at Sheets, but don't know. And then, like, where does 7-Eleven come in? Like, is that
that's like a general,
different level?
Whatever. I don't know if you can even rank that.
Okay.
Like, I think it's got to be like the convenience store. And there's 7-Elevens without gas. I think you got to have gas as part of the equation in this thing. I think gas has to be part of the parlay. You have to get gas in addition to the food.
Oh, well, the Buc-ee's destroys everything then.
That's what I'm saying. Buc-ee's apparently is it. But
then it's Buc-ee's versus the world.
Buc-ee's versus everyone else. Like One Star just said, see?
Yeah.
You guys, if you're watching the show live, you can make comments like that. P-Roll brings it up on the screen. You can see it. Do that every day. Listen, boys and girls, we're using comments. We got asked today if we knew our guy who works for the lottery because another company is starting to talk about lottery. And they're like, you guys got a member of the Brigade that is a big wig with the lottery? And I said, yeah. Can we get in touch with him? No, you cannot. No, you cannot. No.
Sorry.
So appreciate you reaching out, though. And again, reach out ask the BVB at gmail.com. Apparently, we're sending hat orders. We're sending show requests. We're sending room questions about these live shows at Resorts World, which we're going to find out more about today, correct?
Well, if we're having this meeting, we're supposed to be there today. I don't know. We haven't heard back yet from them as to whether we're going down there or not. So I think we're going down there, but I don't know we're going down there. So hopefully at some point during the show, we'll get a
I wish we had Stevie Mack and Mikey Awesome to go down there with us.
Right. That'll be fun.
Yeah. I mean, like today.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. We may need to
get everything.
So yeah,
I mean, exactly like we need it.
We're doing the show on March 21st and 22nd. So it's 3 weeks from this Thursday is where we will be, or is it 2 weeks from this Thursday? It's 2 weeks from this Thursday. So we'll be there for both days. The time of the show, most likely, it looks like 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. There's going to be late versions of BVB. I got to talk to our guy, Will, and kind of explain what's going to happen with that and how fast the turnaround will need to be for those 2 days.
Yeah.
To get the show up on Sports Grid.
Yeah.
Though that's how the show is going to roll here for us on those 2 days. So if you're coming to town, and Roger Long made an awesome, I forgot to clip it and put it on the screen. I apologize for doing that. Roger made a very cool announcement that he is coming in. So one of our senior members of the Brigade coming to Vegas to be
bringing his son.
Going to be with us for the live shows. Cannot wait to meet him in person and thank him for the amazing care package of all this wild stuff involving the Celtics and Larry Bird and everything he sent to me, and sent one to you too. So I still have the sweatshirt that he sent upstairs, and very, very cool stuff. So we're looking forward to meeting him and his family coming to Vegas, and you can do so as well and be a part of it. And remember, while we want you to stay at Resorts World, you don't have to stay at Resorts World. You can come in and be a part of the show and stay anywhere in Vegas.
Correct.
If you got somebody in town that you know, if you have a property that you prefer, come on in. We want you just to be on property for the shows. If you stay there, awesome. But know that it's open to anybody in town. Come on in. If you're local, come on in, be a part of it. Hang out with us. It's going to be at Red Tail, which is a little bit of a walk away from the sports book.
Around the corner. Yeah.
But it's right by the district. So the district entrance, if you know Resorts World, it's right by the district main entrance. That's where we'll be for 2 days and 2 nights, hanging out, watching basketball, and it's rapidly approaching. So really excited for those 2 shows coming up. And we'll hopefully have some more details on some things going on today. If not today, at some point, hopefully this week.
It's funny. I went on Wager Talk this morning, and at the end of the hit on Wager Talk, they say, Dave, do you have anything to promote? And the first thing I say is Bostonian versus the book every day. The second thing I say is Sports Grid. Third thing I say is cash considerations. And I said, oh, yeah, another reminder that we're doing live shows at Resorts World on Thursday, the 21st and Friday, the 22nd. And Prez said, are you inviting me? I said, I've invited you multiple times to be on the show. He's like, you never invited me on the show. I said, we have. You've declined the offer multiple times.
Is he coming on?
So Theodore, Teddy Covers, who lives in town, said, I will be there.
Oh, nice.
And I said, well, that'd be great, Teddy. Come down, hang out, come on the show with us. That would be awesome.
It would, yeah, for sure.
And Prez got a little, like his panties in a bunch, and he was a little bit like,
he got mad.
Well, I'm not coming on the show because I'm very busy. And I said, listen, don't busy me, please. I have 3 kids. I'm not comparing. I have, a lot of things going on too. So don't give me the too busy. You either want to come on or you don't. We'll try to make accommodations for you. He's very busy.
I've never done media with him. I've never done media with Prez.
Oh, it was drama this morning. And the boys.
Interesting. Because I would love to thank him publicly because I still have things that he sent Madeline.
Yeah.
Madeline was like 4 years old. He sent her a gigantic Paw Patrol package. This huge box full of Paw Patrol, everything. I still have it. Some of it's in the garage. Some of it's in a room. I've never actually thanked him publicly to his face for that. So
I really enjoy Prez, but he rubs people sometimes the wrong way.
So do I.
Fired up. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. But my goodness. Yeah. So those 2 dates are set. I don't know who's showing up, but I know Roger's coming. He's bringing the kid. That's fine. I'm going to see about providing him transportation from the airport. He asked about the sheriff van if it runs that late.
James may be here. I mean, we got a lot of things going on.
We got some locals that are definitely coming. I know that. We've put that out there. They're more than welcome to come, hang out, watch games. Games are going on, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I think there's late night horse racing still going on at that time, but you'll have to go back.
That won't be on. Yeah, you get back to the book to watch that.
Yeah, we'll be all basketball.
All basketball for those.
Where we're
all
at.
those.
We might have one screen for the hockey for some good hockey.
Maybe, but I'm psyched. We're gonna do something with the video game arcades thing that they've got in there. So we're gonna have contests and competitions for stuff, and it'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll do all that coming up on Thursday and Friday of March 21st and March 22nd at Resorts World at Redtail inside of Resorts World coming up here in a couple of weeks. Here's an interesting question. Who is the best pizza in Boston? I only bring this up because do you ever get asked this question about Vegas? Because I know your answer here in Vegas.
All the time.
And your answer is?
I mean, I have the top 3. There's people that love that Dom DeMarco's.
Yes.
That's fine. It's okay.
Oh, it's good.
Naked City Pizza is another one that's a lot of people like. I personally prefer Grimaldi's. I like the thin crust New York style.
Yeah,
that's my favorite place. But yeah, I get asked that all the time about Pittsburgh, even too. I mean, there's 3 or 4 places in Pittsburgh that are staples, old school joints. Pizza's a big hot topic of discussion for a lot of people.
It really is.
Huh.
I mean, I give Portnoy a lot of credit. I mean, he started a whole revolutionary about conversations around what's the best pizza in Boston, what's the best pizza in New England, what's the best pizza in America, pizza in New York. I mean, everybody does believe that New Haven's the best place ever. I don't know if I necessarily agree with all of that, but there's a million places in New England. Pizzeria Regina would probably be the place that I would say the most for Boston, but I haven't lived in the city for a long time. So I'm sure there's a million different places that have popped up.
I could tell you this. Our guy Iggy, his new place, Sicilian Guy's Pizzeria.
Right.
Chicago guy who's been in Vegas a long time.
It's a deep dish.
He makes all kinds. He makes thin crust. He makes square. He makes, this is a guy who wanted to make a pizza place and just did it.
Awesome.
And it's already top 2 in the city. I can't believe it. And I went and had lunch with him a week and a half ago. He made gnocchis on the spot. It's on the menu. The salad, everything was great. You want to talk about Italian. It was outstanding. If you come to Vegas, just call Sicilian Guy's Pizza and put in an order. I might be delivering it. The way things are going, I'll probably be delivering pizzas 3 times a week, which is okay. That's fine. I'm really good at driver. Just tip your driver. That would be fine.
No, look, good pie in Vegas is my favorite. It's going to be difficult for anybody to top that because nobody. I
still haven't been there.
Good pie in Vegas is just downtown Vegas, and it's.
Oh no, I was there once. I didn't get the gluten-free pizza.
Yeah, and that's fine. Because I have a different stomach issue than other people does. So if I'm getting pizza, I eat pizza once every 3 months because it's a pretty good hike from my house. It's about 35-40 minutes from my house, but it's always the meal that I have after I break one of these fast, cleanse things I'm going through.
Right.
So on the 13th of this month, it's wings and good pie. That's my reward for myself after I'm done in 8 days. So I'll go and do that. But they're gluten-free pizza. If you are someone who does have a gluten issue, allergy, celiac, whatever, the good pie gluten-free Detroit style pizza is just out of this world. Home run.
Everybody in the chat hungry. Sonic said, watch BVB and get hungry. Watch BVB and get fed too. We can do that. I like it.
Yeah, okay. And now I'm going to end I'm going to make you not so hungry anymore. We've all had bad days. We've all had really bad days. Awful days. Nobody had as worse of a day as this guy here in Las Vegas.
Oh my God.
And you are reading this correctly. A scorpion stung a man in his testicles while he slept at a Las Vegas hotel at the Venetian. He found the scorpion hanging on his underwear after waking up, feeling somebody, quote, stabbing me in my private area. This is not fake. That's People Magazine. That's their headline. This is real. That happened. There's a lot of ways to get donkey kicked in the junk. Stung by a scorpion is not one I ever want to experience.
I don't even know what to say right now. The thought and pain of getting stung. I've never been stung by a scorpion. I've seen them. The first one I saw was in Curacao. When I moved to Curacao.
Those were big ones though, right?
It was a little bit, it was bigger, but it was in my closet. And I remember going, hey, I I was living with a guy who was nicknamed Rabbi, but he wasn't Jewish. It was just his nickname.
Sean, you been stung by a scorpion?
Yeah. Sean had him at his joint. Sean had him at his apartment. He got stung.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's a San Diego guy who moved to Vegas. But the first one I saw was in that closet. And I said, Rabbi, come in here. He's like, what? We're getting ready to go to the book, go to work. And I said, there's something in here. I think it's a scorpion. He came in and he goes, holy shit. I said, what do we do? He said,
burn it with fire.
He said, we gotta get rid of it. I said, you're damn right we do. It's in my room. So I tried to like brush it rather than smash it because I couldn't miss. Just like when people come at us, like take your shot, don't miss. Okay, just don't miss.
But okay,
you can come.
Where were you brushing it to?
I was trying to get it out the door. I was trying to get it out the back door into the desert.
Okay.
And then we ended up, I think he did try to get it with his lighter, like burn it and all this other stuff. Like he wanted to do, I'm like, just smash them. That was it. So, but to get stung in the ding.
Well, in the junk, not the ding, in the junk. He got it in the
in the under.
He got it in the
under.
He
got under the ding.
Like, I mean, I don't know what. And he found it hanging off his underwear. It's even when he was sleeping. I mean, this thing crawled into his bed and crawled up his leg and into his shorts, boxer shorts, whatever. And
maybe
then
he was free balling. Maybe he didn't have nothing on.
Well, no, he said, look, according to the headlines only, but according to the headline,
reports,
he was at the Venetian, for those asking, at the Venetian here in Vegas, hanging on his underwear. So he was wearing underwear.
Oh, okay.
He was hanging on his underwear after waking up and feeling somebody stabbing me in my private area.
Ouch!
I mean, there's a lot of bad things that can happen in Vegas. There's a lot of things that you would be like, man, really? That happened to me in Vegas? Getting stung in that part of the body, in your bed, in your hotel, which is not cheap, which is a very high-end, very nice place I've stayed a ton at.
Yeah.
Not on my bingo card. Nope.
So, like, there's an old saying that when you get a bird poops on you,
yes,
it's lucky, and you got to go play the lottery. You might get a shot.
Okay.
Is getting stung in your junk by a scorpion in your bed in Vegas lucky?
No.
Or bad luck?
A complete unlucky thing.
So you got to go home, right? You get them to comp to stay, but you can't gamble no more.
I mean,
it has stung by a scorpion on your testicles.
Look, it must. I mean, look, I've never been stung by a scorpion, but I know what happens. Your body swells a ton.
Whoa.
Okay, that part of your body's swelling. No, thank you. Like, no, thank you. Ow, 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 ow. Is the only thing I can say is ow. I had like my life flash. I mean, Madeline's life flashed before her eyes. I could have scarred her for life. It didn't, luckily, because she sees scorpions and she goes, it's like scorpion, and it's living here. It's just part of the deal. But it came out of the faucet in the bathtub, and so I didn't see it. I put her in the bathtub. She was having a bath and doing whatever. And then she just straight up screamed, scorpion, scorpion, scorpion. And I grabbed her, yanked her out of the bath. And I was like, what are you talking about? You're in water. How is there I looked down. There was a damn scorpion in the damn water. It was in the bathtub.
Like swimming?
I think it was dead. I don't think it was alive. But it could have been alive, but it was definitely there. And like, I definitely like pulled the drain and like let all the water out and let it go down the drain and be gone and whatnot. But like, they're in weird places. Like, I've had friends of mine who have found them like up over like door frames.
Yes.
Like, it's climbed all the way up and it's like you open the door and look up and there's a scorpion.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like, it's just part of living here, in particular when it gets hot. If it's raining like it has been raining here, when it rains in the spring and then gets super hot in like April, May, they run for cover. Chances into our houses. They run into our houses. So
that's high bug season.
Yeah.
Like that might be I'm not really good with bugs, so I can't be an exterminator, but I'm exploring all these other career options right now. And the exterminators are good. Rather be in bed with that thing than my ex sports adventure. Wow. Oh my goodness. What did she do to you? Got stung on the onions.
Phenomenal.
I mean, geez, sports adventure. You got me. You got Pete Roll. You got us both.
Oh, that's tremendous.
Wow. Geez. So let's play this out.
Okay.
And I've worked at a book, and I've heard stories. I've never heard this before, but like people would say, "Oh, this happened in my room," and I went to the front desk and said this. Like, okay, do you call down to the front desk and say,
he went
"I just
public.
got stung by a scorpion on
Like
my balls"?
it's a national news story. He went
I know,
public.
but like I'm just trying to play out the procedure. I'm laying in bed. I go, "Oh!" I look down, and there's a scorpion hanging from my underwear, and now my onions are swelling up like basketballs. And I'm like, "Oh, what do I walk downstairs and say, look, it just happened to me. I want my room comped. I want a free steak dinner. Because that's like people get entitled quick. When you walk around with some swollen onions, like, is that just a carte blanche for a comp for the whole week or what? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. I mean, he went public, and I'm surprised at how fast this thing took off. So, I mean, it went everywhere. I mean, literally everyone has it. It's local, it's regional, it's national, it's international.
Everyone has the story. The story. Yeah, you said everyone has it. Like,
everyone has a story. So like it got. So my gut tells me he either didn't get what he wanted, or he thought the story was big enough that he didn't care what they offered him. Because he went out public and was like, "Here you go. This happened to me at the Venetian." This is not the press you want. Because what happens here locally, you guys may not know this or not, but when one or two of the big properties get bed bugs, it turns into like a really big story locally, and it's really bad for business. Now, in every hotel, in every place you stay at, there are some issues with pests. It's human beings. Thousands and thousands of human beings. It just happens. When there's a massive outbreak, that's when it gets to be news and it gets talked about. But normally it's tamped down to it's only like a local conversation. It's not like a national conversation. When this goes to this level, people would rethink staying at the Venetian, at least in the next couple of days. They'll rethink it. It's just human nature. So the company, my guess is the company is going to try to figure out a way to getting this done quickly.
I see. I'm like the opposite though. Like, I'd be looking to go stay at the Venetian because what are the chances that after a guy got stung on his nuts by a scorpion is that another one is going to get you? Probably.
If it happens, it's your fault because you knowingly went into that situation.
I ain't afraid of no scorpions. Let's go. We're going in there. We're getting a room. I might walk around with nothing on just to say, "Come on, get me. Let's go." We ain't going to be. They're going to clean that joint out and make sure there's no scorpions
everywhere.
Like,
correct.
It's going to be a crime scene cleaning. They're going to make sure triple jaw. Who let that scorpion? How'd that scorpion get up to the 7th floor or whatever he was?
Well, it came up through. I guarantee. I know how it got up. It came up through the drain.
Through the drain.
So that's how the bugs get into our houses and get into wherever is they come through the drains because if they go outside, they get in and they're able to get there all the way up. And then, they find their way through. How? I have no idea, but that's how they get in is through drains. And same thing with cockroaches and same thing with big water bugs. They call them here.
Oh yeah.
They come through the drains. So that's why every drain in my house is completely slammed shut. I never leave it open until we go in there to go and take a shower. So that's what happened. That's how the thing got in there. So how it climbed up to whatever the hell floor he was on, who the hell knows, but it may have been like a 4-week journey for that thing to get all the way up there.
Huh. This is the bug portion of the show, boys and girls. This is pretty good. Yeah. BVB exterminator business. We actually have an exterminator that 100% I would trust and go with to help us learn that. We met so many people doing the Brigade proxy service.
We did.
Which, again, this will be another plug for that, I guess. But
sure,
you can come to Vegas and sign up for the contest, and we get to spend a little time with you while we do it and sign you up at either the Circo or the Westgate. You could put your football picks in through us. But we met a guy who's an exterminator, and I learned a lot about that business Bostonian versus the Bugs.
Yeah, one of the guys in the proxy service was a water department head, and I had just gotten like a crazy thing back with my water. I spent like 15 minutes talking about what was going on with like why my water bill was where that it was, and he gave me all these like awesome recommendations, and he was right. He never even been to my house, but he was right about what was happening. So yeah, it's awesome to meet everybody. It's very cool.
And we learn. Like it's fun to learn and listen. Gorov, 1-star Gorov, just came in and chat and said 100% now is probably the best time to stay at the Venetian. This is accurate. There ain't going to be no more scorpions in there.
Probably
a scorpion next door, but there ain't going to be no scorpions in there.
Interesting. I'll be very curious to see what happens.
Is there I got to ask because I'm not the only one thinking it. Did this guy take a picture post Sting?
100%. 100% for documentation. I guarantee you he did it. I guarantee he took a picture.
Do you think he was with his up? Is this a selfie or how does that work?
He probably took a junk picture with the thing hanging off of his underwear to say, "Here, look."
Imagine, like if you sent me a picture and said, "Does this look right?" I think I got stung by a scorpion. I'd be like, "Hold on."
Does this look right?
What is this? Yeah.
I'm going to a doctor.
I can send it to one of my brothers.
I'm not sending you.
I think I got something here. I think a scorpion got me in the nuts.
Somebody would be like, that comes from sleeping with the wrong person.
Right?
Not a scorpion.
Swollen testicles are from another reason. Wow. I don't even know how that conversation would begin.
Nope. No, thank you. Yes, would the jury get to see the pictures?
See
I don't
what
know.
I'm saying?
It's a good question. I don't know. It's a great question. But this poor guy in Vegas, man, I swear, of all the bad things can happen in this town, that is one of the worst I've ever heard. That sucks. Sorry, guy. That's bad. Before we get to what happened, right? Before we get what happened last night, can we cancel the Red Sox season? Am I allowed to do that?
Can I just not know?
Can I just go 0-126 and be done? Like, can we just like forfeit every game and just like, I'll see you in a year? Because I don't need to suffer through this season. This is not even like you signed a guy who needs Tommy John surgery. Medicals, doctors, anybody check the elbow? I don't know. You needed 2 starters. You got one to replace Chris Sale, who was a long shot to be a guy with an ERA under 4 anyway at Fenway Park. And now he's out for the year.
Yeah.
They either are going to spend a ton of money on Jordan Montgomery and Blake Snell and completely flip as to what they said they were going to do, or bet the under right now on the Red Sox win total, and they're going to win 50 games and be the worst team in baseball.
It sucks that he's hurt. He's got to miss the whole season. But if you paid any attention to what happened in 2023, I'm not sure you would have given him a 2-year contract. And they did. And now I saw this today. This was before I even opened the email. I was going to send it to you, and I was like, "Oh, I guarantee you saw it." And then I was like, "All right, I'm not even gonna pile on. If he wants to talk about it, that's fine. And if he doesn't, I'm going to bring it up anyway."
Right.
So you had it right at the top.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, we're definitely talking about this."
Can we just cancel the year because they're going to lose every game like 10-5?
Well, this will be a good opportunity to get some young guys innings. You'll get reps. But winning games.
So we're going at 162 game spring training. We're just going to go play a whole year of spring training baseball. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what? 72 and 90?
I mean, this is a worst case scenario for ownership who have hoped that they were just going to have a middling 75 win baseball team. And the guy who they thought was going to be their quote ace, which is not really an ace by any means, but like a legit number 3, is now gone. And your pitching staff is decimated. Like you've got Brian Bello, who's completely unproven, young rookie talent. Pedro's working with him. I love it. Like the thing that sucks about being a Red Sox fan is that John Lester, David Ortiz, and Pedro Martinez are all basically de facto coaches on this team. They're around the team all the time. They're at spring training. They're like, you've got the guys who you want to be around this team, guys who've won multiple championships, guys who know what it takes to win it all, the guys who built the franchise from where it was in 2000 to where it is today with 4 championships. Those guys are working with like guys who don't really belong in the big leagues. Like there's not like they're working with players that like Trevor Story type. Like, I don't need you on my team. Like, you're not part of a championship team, but how much money did you give him? Oh my gosh, what? Their whole outfield, it's like, I don't know. They got a bunch of kids. You're right. They got a bunch of young, talented kids they're going to bring up. And that was the one thing from the previous regime. They drafted really well. They rebuilt the farm system after what happened with Dave Dombrowski, and he just gutted the whole thing. He won a championship, but he gutted the whole thing doing it. And the Red Sox have been bad since because they won the 18 championship, and they've sucked really since because they went all in on that. But it's going to be a really long summer. Yeah. It sucks.
Welcome to small market baseball. This is, start looking at other teams you can root against and find a couple that you want to root for and be fun stories. But
I'll bet on it. It just sucks that the Red Sox are not a small market team.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want.
They're not a small budget team. They're not small, but they built themselves into a place that's just very difficult for ownership to justify what is going on. And Alex Cora, chat's asking, does Alex Cora get a pass? I think you have to give Alex Cora a pass. It's not his fault. I mean, he's only can do what they give him.
The hard part is when you're Devers, one of the best players in the game at your position.
Yep. And
you have to sit there and go to work and take it and lose. And, there's nothing better than winning in team sports when you play a team sport. There's nothing better. And you can't win. You don't have the tools necessary to win. And the organization is not helping. It's hurting. It's a good lesson. It's a good lesson. I mean, this is where you look back and you go to a guy like LeBron and you wonder why he signs 1 or 2 year deals. He's holding the organization accountable. He hasn't really with the Lakers because they haven't done it, but it's hard to commit when you don't know who's on the team. Then when you see who's on the team and you're not happy with those results, it's even harder. That's a good lesson for life. Like there's a lot of people on teams, what team I like to ask that question all the time when they ask me, what team are you on?
Right.
I said, well, the home team, my wife and my daughters, that's my team. And sometimes I don't even feel like I'm on that team between, all the people. Not sure. But work and sports and organizations, you got to be on the right team. Yeah, welcome to Pirates baseball. This is why I'm a baseball fan as much as I am a Pirate fan. Because I'm usually not rooting for the team by Memorial Day. You'll be done by Memorial Day. Red Sox will be toast by probably so far back. 10 games below 500.
I mean, Fenway's going to be empty. Come August, it's going to be empty.
Is it?
People are so mad. That people are so angry.
I don't know, P-Roll, but still Fenway and Boston and still go. Like
people know there'll be people who go, but there's a lot of anger. This is like, as I said, this is the worst case scenario for this to happen in spring training, where one of your main new faces that you've brought in, that you've claimed is going to be a good rebuilder, a reclamation project to help teach Brian Bello how to be an ace and a guy who's been around the league for a long time, for him to go down and not have to. He won't throw a single pitch this year for the Red Sox. Like that is just, I'm telling you right now, Boston sports radio and Boston sports media, they are roasting the Red Sox today. They are ferociously angry, and the fans are ferociously angry, in particular because the Boston Celtics are the absolute complete opposite. Oh, absolutely the complete flip of what the Red Sox are the Boston Celtics. And I've told the story before, but when I was growing up, the Bruins and the Patriots weren't very good. It was Red Sox, Celtics, and they would fight back and forth like crazy. And I was more of a basketball guy than a baseball guy, but I loved baseball and I loved going to Fenway Park and loved the team. But I played way more basketball than I played baseball. And like the Red Sox always were trying to compete with the Larry Bird years and then going into some of the post-Bird years got bad and the Red Sox started to get good, and then everybody was going back and forth. It'll always be a baseball town because of the history, but you have a team in the Celtics that's doing historic things, and now the Red Sox could be historically bad.
Just peek down at the chat. This will make an interesting bet. We'll nail this down before the season actually starts, but the Red Sox season win total is now 77.5. And the Pirates season win total is 75.5.
Your pitching's better.
Red Sox -1.5 is the line. You betting it or booking it? Just initially.
Right now, I'll book it. But before opening day, the Red Sox may be forced to make a move here.
This is true. That's why we'll
Jordan
nail
Montgomery,
this down as we go. But if the Pirates win more games than the Red Sox, man, it's going to be a very fun summer in this joint. I can tell you that right now. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I really believe that. I think there's an opportunity for the Red Sox to add 1 or 2 starting pitchers, and it could be Jordan Montgomery or it could be Blake Snell. So if they add one of those 2 guys and they're forced to do it, I mean, Scott Boras is laughing his ass off right now. I mean, Boras has got the Red Sox over a barrel. So, like,
they ain't going to pay.
I don't know. They may not, Dave. They may have no choice. I mean, it's bad right now. Just to calm down the Red Sox fans. I'm serious.
They have cover until mid-June. The Celtics are going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, not right now. I mean, the coverage goes what? I mean, opening day is a big deal in Fenway. March and April is a big deal. College basketball is zip in New England. Nothing. No talk. It is 0. Oh, yeah, that tournament thing's going on. It's baseball, Red Sox. That's all it is for March and April. Because the NBA year is boring till the playoffs. The Red Sox, I mean, Celtics have a 6-game lead on the West, let alone the Cavaliers who they play tonight. They have a 6-game lead on the West. Look, this is ridiculous. Boston just won 11 games by the largest margin in the history of the NBA. 11 wins in a row, the largest margin of victory over a combined 285 points, I think it is, that they won those 11 games by. Like, they destroyed for 11 games.
Who named this show? Bostonian versus the Book. Who did
Both
this?
of us did.
I think we did. It was
Both of us did. Combined, yes.
And now the Celtics are setting historic records for blowing teams out and winning games. It's never going to end. It's really not. They are the best team in the East. It ain't even close. They're the best team in
the regular season. They're the best team. I don't know if they're the best team in Denver. They play Denver on Thursday night. I'm absolutely bonkers jacked. I want to get on a plane and fly to Denver and go to that game. I cannot wait for that game Thursday night. Awesome game.
Wow.
Big measuring stick game. After what Denver did to them in Boston, big moment. If they beat Cleveland tonight, which they should, it'll be a 12-game winning streak to Denver against a team they could play. And if they lose, that's a huge ego check. And I actually want them to lose in a lot of ways because they'll be pissed off and they'll keep on going like anger. Yeah, we won 12 games in a row, but we can't beat these guys. So now we got to keep our focus, keep ourselves working. We got to get better. I would love it if they lost to the Denver Nuggets, but I can't wait to watch it. I want them to go. Can't wait.
Play in Cleveland tonight and Denver on Thursday.
No. See, Dave, will the C's be the Bruins 2.0? I sent Dave a clip of a show yesterday. I told you during the show yesterday, the Celtics are being built up. This person compared them to the Buffalo Bills. It's already starting. It's all going to begin. The Celtics will be the new whipping boys of the media until they win a championship.
Yeah. It's fun to pick on the Boston teams. A lot of people use it as fodder for their shows, and they need someone to take shots at because their own teams stink most of the time. So, wow. I'm already on my mind. You can see it's racing. Trying to figure out how a trip to Denver midweek
doesn't work. I looked at it.
Yeah, it might result in a divorce. It literally might result in a divorce. But we have to go watch them in person.
They play in Phoenix this weekend. They play in Phoenix. I've already looked at that. Sun Celtics this weekend.
Really? Well, that's perfect. Okay, that's better.
So we'll talk later.
Won't worry about Thursday.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
That's a great idea. Okay.
Here's a question.
Yes.
Did Anthony Edwards missed tip-off because A, he was working out and didn't realize what time it was, or B, nature was calling and he was stuck in the John? Which is the more likely?
I've been there for number 2.
So have I.
I mean, it's actually number 2 that is the problem. Yeah, but yes. A second option, I would vote it was probably something like that.
Because I don't believe in
traffic can be a mother sometimes.
No, he was working out. He was stretching. His answer to the media was, I was stretching in the back and I lost track of time. That was his answer.
Sometimes just say nothing.
I think it's a lie. I think he had some bad food. He had some bad reaction. He had something. There is no way in an NBA arena, and I've been in many, that you're stretching and you don't hear the starting lineup being read. It's loud. Like, you know what's going on. There's no way he did not know what was going on unless he was doing something else, if you catch my drift, with somebody somewhere else that he had to go ahead and take care of business.
Hinting at a pregame title shot, sir?
That's all I'm saying. That maybe he was otherwise.
He was really stretching, is what you're saying?
Yes. It was a title shot before the game, or he was in the John with nature calling and he couldn't get. And I don't know why you just don't say that. You say, hey, man, I was sick. Like, I just unfortunately, here we are. Because stretching, you were stretching and you lost track of time?
That's code. That's
complete code.
That's code for something. That was letting his teammates know.
You were doing something else. Like, you were doing something else. You were having some type of. The T-Wolves still won. They still won the game. So it's not like they didn't win the game. Minnesota won. But, did we account for, who has a press pass, who has an access pass, who has a clearance pass? And did we know where they all are? He had his headphones on in the zone. I mean, I guess you could claim that I had noise canceling headphones on and I didn't know. I mean, maybe
those are good. Those are good noise canceling headphones. If you have them and you purposely don't hear the starting lineup, it's not like he was at the game. He knew he had a game. It wasn't like
uniform, supposedly. I mean, that's so. I mean, I don't buy it. This story, I'm not buying what Anthony Edwards is saying publicly. His team won. He came off the bench, but not a good look for Anthony Edwards. Not exactly committed. Not exactly focused. Yeah,
tighten things up, right? Button it up. That's what everybody says in the media. Button up. Put
get
a
it
suit
together.
on.
Get it
Sorry,
together.
suits. We can't put a suit on here on this show, but button things up. You're in freaking first place. You're playing for the number 1 seed. Listen, man, just finish the title shot before the game, but not right before the game. Or if you get that little tingle and you got to go before the game, just let them know.
Yeah, text somebody. Say, hey, man, I'm not feeling great.
Hey, man, I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Something's happening, right?
If you're in the bathroom, you brought your phone, because what else are you doing? You got your phone with you. So just send a text. Hey, coach, I'm in the John. I'll be out in a second.
When's the last time you went to the bathroom without your phone?
Oh, without my phone? I can't tell you. I don't know.
I did it while I was in North Carolina.
Oh.
It's glorious. It's glorious. You just sit there.
Because
you just sit there. You don't look at nothing. You just sit there and do your business. It was very relaxing. And it shortened the time. It shortened the time on there. It was hit and run.
Well, I was told back when I had my episode when it was in the hospital, I was told by my doctor that I cannot do that. I can't just sit. I gotta sit and go.
You're a hit and run guy?
I have to now. Yeah, I can't sit. It's bad for my circulation if I sit for too long in that position.
Well, too long is what? 5 minutes?
No, he means 10, 15 minutes. He means hang out for a while.
Put this in the chat. We
get it done and go.
Talking about the poop and talking about the nuts and stuff from before. Over under 6 minutes on the pot. Would you go to the bathroom to drop a deuce like Anthony Edwards probably did? Over under 6 minutes. What are you voting? If you're voting
over,
I think we get more unders. I think there's a lot of quick hitters.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. That ain't long. That ain't even 2 songs. If you're listening to music.
That's fast. 6 minutes is fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm over the. I
I'm
already
over.
voted.
Yeah.
Over the.
Yeah. Yeah. Over. It's easy. Yeah.
Gotta be. Gotta be
Way
Santana.
under. Wow. See, there you go.
See?
You can see who's
Way
regular.
under.
Who's
Jimmy
regular.
Jack, 4Ks. Under the. Over the.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Bucks have won 6 straight. They came back against the Clippers last night. Another under for Milwaukee. No Giannis, and the Clippers lose.
Clippers are winning the whole game.
Yeah.
They got outscored by 15 points in the fourth quarter, 40-25. I tweeted it last night. And of course, I get a couple guys going, "Oh, they run it back to back. It's not, it's hard." Stop making excuses for the Clippers.
Yeah.
You were just beating the Lakers by like 100 and let LeBron outscore the team in the fourth quarter and lose. Wasn't a back-to-back then.
Mm-hmm.
They're winning a game. That line steamed. We talked about it. It was Milwaukee -5, 4.5 when we did the show. I go to do Sports Grid with Cam and Taylor, and I had taken a nap in between. It was Clippers -3. I was like, oh, we said it on the show. It was an indicator that Giannis wasn't playing. Of course, he no-shows. Thanks for, I don't know who it was, if it was Nicky Caramello, somebody put in there that it was a game-time decision.
Yeah.
Well, that move on the total told me he wasn't playing.
Yep.
He didn't play. They covered every number,
Mm-hmm.
won the game, and the game went under every number possible. Doc hasn't figured out. Milwaukee, you worried yet, Celtics guy? Milwaukee? They just won without Giannis against the second-best team in the West.
No.
Not at all.
No. As long as Porzingis is healthy, no. Porzingis is healthy. The Boston Celtics offense is lethal. I don't care what Doc Rivers runs at him. I don't care what Doc does.
Oh, boy.
Remember, Drew Holiday is a Celtic, not a Buck.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a revenge series? Drew Holiday's be like, you sent me to Portland. You sent me out to die. Like, you literally put me out behind the wall.
That was just a temporary stop to get him. They couldn't do it directly. They had to send him and send him.
There's no way the Bucks wanted him on the Celtics. They even said so. They were furious when he went up on the Celtics. They did not want him on Boston. They did not want to see Drew Holiday in the playoffs. The Milwaukee Bucks do not want to play Drew Holiday. No way. They are 100% looking to avoid playing him. That's a revenge series of revenge series.
I'm here for it. I like that.
I agree, Nicky, here. That's very true.
Bucks offense can't keep up with them.
Yeah, look, and I look, it's a big if, right? If Porzingis is healthy. Absolutely. It's a big thing. I 100% agree with that. But so far, so good. He's been healthy. Baylor and Duke both won, both covered yesterday. Which team looked more impressive to you? I mean, Baylor threw a switch.
What was that? Like, so I was going to say Duke because.
Yeah, I think it's Duke. I think it's Duke.
I think it's Duke.
They dominated on the road. Baylor won at home.
The game was close until the second half, and they dominated defensively. But this NC State with these scoring laws, they just stopped scoring, period, and Duke pulled away. I would say it was Duke in this instance only because Baylor started slow, was losing at halftime. Was one of the last things we said on Sports Grid was to bet Baylor. I thought they were going to come back. They were getting 2.5 at the time. What the hell happened in Texas? I think that story was more about Texas than it was about Baylor. Baylor's good, don't get me wrong. But more impressive for me was Duke. How about you?
Definitely. On the road, both halves scoring, their backcourt, the young Duke players aren't freshmen anymore. They're stepping up and really playing well.
Right.
That's a big win for them. They dominated. They played 2 halves where North Carolina played 1 half against NC State. And that was at home for for North Carolina. You were there for that game.
Yep.
I don't know what went on with Texas in that locker room, but I know what happened in that Baylor locker room because Scott Drew got in their ass and got them fired up. And they came out with a totally different level of intensity. And they got the building rocking, and Texas just flat out melted down. That was just a melt of melts.
Yeah, that was almost impossible at that point that like Baylor would cover.
Right. Easily. Not just cover. They covered it easily.
They covered.
Every number.
They were down of the 40 minutes of the game, I swear they were down for 35 of them.
No, about 30 of it. They got the lead about halfway through the second half, and then that was it. Then they ran it out.
I thought it was about 6 minutes to go where they took the lead, and then just literally Texas. I saw them get a backcourt violation. I saw them get a time clock, shot clock violation. I was like, geez, they can't even shoot the ball right now. Like this is, and I'm watching it without the sound, so I don't get it all like while I'm on the air, but I'm like, they're going to cover. Would have never thought they would have covered.
I was watching going, wait, 6, 8, 9, 11. They're going to cover 6 and 6.5.
They're going to
How
cover.
in the hell? Because I thought like last second threes. I was like, maybe Texas cut. Nope. Baylor wins. Baylor wins going away. Hell of a win for Baylor, but definitely Duke looked more impressive.
Texas might be a
fade. Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're going to be an 8 or a 9 or a 10 seed in the tournament, so they're gonna be a short stay. Like they're not sticking around very long in the dance.
CBW said even Syracuse University beat NC State twice this season.
Right.
It's not that impressive.
What is impressive is these math numbers. This is crazy.
Oh.
Russell Wilson has been designated as a post-June 1st cut. The aftermath looks like this. In 2024, they lose $39 million actual dollars and a cap hit of 35.4. In 2025, it's a $49.6 million cap hit. This is an $85 million cap hit. They can potentially play around with the money here to make the 25 hit be over $50 million, to drop down the cap hit here to $30 million in 24. But it's a $255 million salary cap that makes the pill go down just a little bit easier, but it's still more than double the greatest dead money cap hit in the history of the NFL for Russell Wilson. Is this the worst trade ever in NFL history? Is this the worst trade ever created, ever done?
Well, I can't remember too many more like this where, I mean, this is the money hit, but like, what about the haul that
the Cowboys got from the Vikings?
Right.
It's that, but that money hit wasn't the same. Herschel Walker trade was bad. $85 million is more than twice the greatest dead cap hit in the history of the NFL. We've never seen a team take this level of hit. I mean, this is unprecedented.
Guys in the chat, one, if you haven't voted on the pot, 6 minutes over under, go find the poll and vote on that, number one. But number two, if you can think of a trade in the NFL that ended as badly as this one did, please put it in there. I can't, but I don't blame them. This wasn't going to work. It hasn't worked. The problem was that Russ was cooked. He was cooking for a while, but he was cooked in Seattle. You did this trade knowing what you were getting, and then you tried to make fire and ice work together.
Right.
And you saw it wasn't working. There was nothing working last year.
I mean,
and then they finally just agreed to, I think, you probably agreed to be professionals.
Right.
And said, let's figure this out. They won a few games. It was like, wow, Denver's turned it around. No, they haven't.
Like, what exactly do you think? Yeah, the Mookie Betts trade was pretty bad, but that wasn't the NFL, though. It was baseball. But, like, I can't figure out how bad must it have gotten in that organization with Russell Wilson that the team just said, look, we cannot go another year. We cannot suffer through 2024 with Russell Wilson as our quarterback. We're willing to take an $85 million dead cap hit to get this asshole away from our team. Like that to me spells, that's what I want nothing to do with Russell Wilson on my team. Red Sox, Patriots, Celtics, Bruins. They've always had this is the end of the career type of thing. Grab a guy who is a championship caliber, see if they can resurrect their career. We've seen this way too many times. This does not work, at least in New England. This does not work. And if I hear Russ to the Patriots, I'm going to throw up because it's already out there. It's out there big time. That this is
Steelers aren't going to fall for it. There's no
well,
way.
the Steelers have already committed to Pickett, so there's no way he's going there because he wants to go. He's only going to, according to Mike Florio, he's only going there. He's going to go to a place where he is guaranteed the starting position, and in Pittsburgh, he won't be guaranteed that.
Yeah, so the Steelers aren't falling for it, which is good. If you go back and look at our season previews from when our first year when we were still with props and last year when we were on our own, and this year we'll be on our own most likely unless somebody comes in with a bag. We said it both times about Russell Wilson and the Broncos, and I was on season wins under both times, adamantly betting against them, adamantly going, I don't know what they're seeing. I don't know what inside job was done with their agent and the team. How could you give this guy all this money? I heard about all the young receivers that Denver was acquiring and the great running game that Denver had.
The contract was just
it wasn't going to work. And again, I don't know Russell Wilson personally, but let's ride and all that other stuff. It just got it all got cringe, like the kids say. It got cringe. And they got Sean Payton. And obviously he said, I'm not working with this guy.
Nope. Get him out.
Well, listen, you have to. Well, it's me or him. So you can start over with a coach.
Correct. Yeah.
Or start over with a quarterback. You pick. Well, the team picked.
Yep.
Said, bye, Russ. We're going to eat all that money. It's a lot to eat. It's a lot of money.
$85 million. So here's the question. Is Kirk Cousins going to the Falcons? Because if he does, Russ to the Vikings has a lot of legs.
Oh.
Supposedly he's moving to Atlanta. So suppose he's buying a house and moving to Atlanta.
Kirk is?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Is that the guy they want?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Kirk Cousins throwing the ball to Pitts and Drake London and hand the ball off to Bijan Robinson. If I'm a quarterback, that's an offense waiting for a legitimate quarterback to come in and help and take them to the next level. I don't mind it from a Kirk Cousins standpoint. I wouldn't hate it at all. Now it's Justin. You're not throwing in Justin Jefferson anymore, but supposedly they're going to give one. The rumor is the Vikings would give Wilson $1.2 million to make sure that the Broncos pay him the other 35.
The Vikings fans in the chat are literally, D Stout 19 said, my ears hurt. You're giving me a headache. We're making him sick. He doesn't want any parts of this.
But it's true. I mean, this is what's going on. This is what's being talked about.
Why wouldn't you bring Cousins back?
Because he doesn't want to be there anymore.
Oh, okay.
Kirk doesn't want to be there anymore. Kirk doesn't want to go through the whole thing. Like, they haven't committed to him. He's tired of being on this, like, maybe you're our quarterback, maybe you're not our quarterback. He wants to go somewhere where he wants to play. Go warm, go south.
I'm the Vikings, I really talk to Kirk and say, listen, come, you're going to play. Like, now, what are you looking at option-wise?
Who are the Vikings?
Yes.
Russell Wilson for $1.2 million. It lets you sign Justin Jefferson to a long-term extension.
Oh.
It lets you keep Justin Jefferson in a Vikings uniform. You don't have to worry about him anymore. You extend him. You play 1 year with Russ. You either draft a quarterback or look for an option down the road. You don't give Kirk Cousins
going to get he already got the big money. Like, Kirk's not playing for the money. I mean, he's playing for the money. Everybody
wants it again. He wants another big contract. And the Vikings may get.
Hold on. Don't go to Minnesota. I wouldn't pay Kirk Cousins more than a year he got to realize somebody got to sit Kirk down and say, you're hurt. You're old. You don't win on the road. The bettors know it because they bet against you every time.
Right.
You don't win in prime time. The bettors know it because they bet against you every time. Like, you got to have real talk as you get down to the end. If I'm the Vikings, then maybe this is why we're not committing to you. Do you still want to play or do you want to go to Atlanta? It's up to you. We'll figure it out. We need Justin Jefferson here for a while. Okay, so if they're clearing money to get him, that's fine.
Yep. Well, they have him to keep him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, lock him up, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But him to Atlanta, Atlanta, what are they going to do? They're going to give him a big contract? More than a year?
Yeah.
Oh,
his last big
move.
contract.
That's a bad move. You like that move if you're Atlanta? We got ATL Coos. You like it?
I mean, if I'm Atlanta, I like it. Sure. Yeah. I mean, it just depends how much money and how long, but I like it. Yeah. I'm not against it at all.
Oh my God.
I think, look, if I'm a quarterback, I want to go to that offense. I want to play. Now, Raheem Morris is a head coach. I don't know, but I want to play with that offense. The line needs a little work, but the receivers are good. The running backs are good. Tight end's great. Got a chance to do some big things. One more NFL story. The Giants announced that they will not use the franchise tag today on running back Saquon Barkley.
Is that good for Barkley or good for the Giants?
Neither. This is just another game of chicken between a running back and a team that probably is going to end poorly.
Man, it's all fun and games until you have to do the off season when you play sports. This
Stinks.
sucks.
Yep.
I mean, like, do you want me to be here or not? I'm going to run the ball. Do you want me to be here or not? I'll catch passes when you get a quarterback that will actually throw them to me. You know, I can't, I mean, we're not going to franchise tag you. So now you're on your own to get the money. I don't know if this is good or bad. I have no idea. Head hurts.
If I'm a Giants fan, I'm really not happy with the way things are going.
Well, it certainly don't seem like they want him.
No, not long term. But it's another running back problem. It's another issue with running backs where running backs just aren't being valued. And, you know, Saquon Barkley can leave the team and go find another deal if he wants. So, I mean,
Barkley to the Texans rumors?
Okay.
Nicky Sarmello said, wow. Really? Wow.
I wonder. Yeah. 6 days for the two sides to work out an extension before free agency opens on Monday. If he hits Monday without any deal with the Giants, he then can go anywhere he wants. But would you pay $12 million for him, for a 27-year-old running back? That's what the tag would.
Is that scale? Is that market value? Is that high?
Way above? It's way above market value. $12 million for a running back, way above market value. He made $10 million last year. $12 million is supposed to be this year.
Again, we'd have to have real talk. I don't know, depending on my budget and who's the quarterback
for the Giants?
Yeah,
Daniel Jones. You signed him long term, giving him $40 million a year. Daniel Jones is your guy. That's your guy.
Oh.
Swallow that hard and go, yeah, that's not great.
Right. Okay. Don't use the franchise tag on me then. Good. That leaves me flexibility.
I really wonder where, if he is a free agent, I really wonder, like, would the Titans be interested? Would the Jets be interested? I mean, you can stay right there in New York. You know, would he want to go play with Aaron Rodgers in New York?
Did you said Barkley to the Titans?
Well, yeah, because replace Derrick Henry. I mean, you could potentially, but why didn't they're going to suck next year?
That's going to be a tough one.
They're going to be terrible. So why would you choose to go there? Dallas would be interesting.
If I'm a running back, I'm going to find the biggest lineman, best offensive lineman, and say, I'll come run the ball here. Like, I need a wall. To be good at running back, you need an offensive line.
Interesting.
So I don't know if I would go to the Jets. Jets are going to get hit a lot. I'm going to have to be picking up the blitz all the time because they ain't blocking nobody. They weren't blocking anybody last year. But yeah, it'd be fun to play with Aaron Rodgers. And yeah, it'd be great. But I mean, you got to be able to run the ball, get to the line at least without getting hit. Philadelphia, LL. Wow. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things about this guy. Barkley to the Chargers, football guy 97. Is that even a viable possibility? I guess. Is Eckler done?
Yeah. I mean, he's banged up. He's always hurt. But I don't know. I'd be very curious. This is going to be a fascinating look to see, one, the value, and two, where does he go? because he's not going to stay in New York, or at least on the Giants. He may stay with he might go with the Jets, but he's not going to stay with the Giants. So,
Man.
Harbaugh's going to draft Blake Corum. Interesting.
Wow.
Oh, he's okay. Eckler is gone. They said it. Eckler's gone. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Jimmy Jack.
Yeah, Jets. Yeah, Jets are contenders. Yes, I agree with that. No, they're not.
Oh, here we go. Now you've brought it up. I mean,
they're more contenders than the Patriots are. I mean, I'll give them that.
Fair.
They have Aaron Rodgers, so you have Aaron Rodgers. You're a step ahead of the
Jets
Patriots.
fans, though, with Aaron Rodgers, they got a shot at winning the division.
Ravens. He fits the Ravens 100%. Given all the injuries that they've had on their running back roster.
Damn it.
Whoa, him and Lamar. Wow, I would go. Yeah, Baltimore. I'd go all in on that.
Oh, that sucks. Stop talking.
Let's see where he goes, though. We'll watch and see. We got a couple days. All right, report came out, and this is I just can't. I don't understand. Somebody's dead to help.
What is this?
Men's NCAA tournament is going to expand. It's happening. 72 or 76 teams, somewhere in that range. Athletic report this morning, or yesterday afternoon, actually, that this is not a theory. This is happening. They're expanding the tournament. Just a question of when.
Why?
Exactly.
That's not the question when. The question, sorry, Will, is why. I didn't swear. That was good.
Okay,
I'm thinking of something else.
I don't know.
What are we doing? Enough. It's good. This is the one good thing that we got, and they did the play-in games to make it the first round. It's not the first round. Blah, 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 blah. It's the best thing they got, and they're screwing with it to add more for what, P-Roll?
This is the old man portion of the show for me because I feel like I'm yelling at the clouds, and I feel like I'm the meme from The Simpsons.
Yep.
Because the only constant in life is change, but I really don't want them to change anything to do with the tournament anymore. I had to readjust for 68. I had to suffer through, we do suffer every year through Monday and Tuesday of watching the games in Dayton. And fine, it's an appetizer, but it's not a real tournament environment. And most of the teams are garbage. Yes, Syracuse went from the play-in to the Final Four and whatnot. And yes, we've seen teams do that. We've seen, San Diego State or another team did that. It's all about TV. It's all about getting more things to put on television. You need more games to justify it because they want to keep on charging more and more and more. The $3 billion that they charged CBS wasn't enough because the problem for all of these broadcast networks, Amazon and Google have too much fucking money. Sorry, Will. They can do whatever they want. So they've got these guys in their ear whispering, going, hey, if you expanded, give it to us. We'll pay you $100 million. Give us 2 games in the tournament. Go to 72, go to 76.
That's how these conversations are.
Give us it's why the NFL it's why the NFL did it. They expanded. It's why they added a team they're all adding games, they added a week. They added games in the playoffs.
They said they might add a game to the NFL schedule. They might do 18 games.
Well, they're doing 18 games now. They might do 19 weeks.
18 weeks. They're playing 17 games.
Right. Now they're 18
might
weeks.
Play 18 games in a regular season to add another game.
So Apple, Google, Amazon. They have so much money, but they need to take things off of broadcast television, off of cable satellite, and putting it onto streaming to make you stay and to make you pay. It's why YouTube TV bought the Sunday Ticket, to make you have to have a YouTube TV subscription to watch the Sunday Ticket. They got me. So this is all about money and not about the product and the quality of the product. This is why, again, we need a czar of college sports. We need somebody to stop these people. We need somebody to stop these people from themselves. Like, we literally need someone to step in and go, hold on. I know you like making money. I know you need to make money. I get all that. Okay. But hold on. Is this going to hurt long term?
Yes.
Because I don't know if anybody has raised their hands and you know what we need? I need more 16 seeds. Can we watch more 16 seeds play, please?
Well, at least with the 16 seeds, they're happy to be there. I don't need any more 10s, 11s, and 12s.
That too.
That are like they're just they were done in February. What does this do? I'm going to hold up my water, which is brought to you by today's
Starbucks. Okay.
What does this do to the regular season?
Every one of these decisions, expanding the college football playoffs from 4 to 12 to 14 to 16.
Yeah.
They do not care about what happens to the regular season. This is all about tournament and eyeballs. Tournament and sudden death brings eyeballs. People want to know. One and done. They bet it. One and done. So that's our problem, that they know what sports fans are gravitating towards, which is the postseason. So what do? Give them more postseason.
Right.
Give them more teams. Give them longer postseasons with more games and more things to happen. I mean, I can't really push back, Whitrock, on that. I mean, we are eviscerating what has made college sports great in a very short period of time.
It was all about the regular season.
Yep.
The bonus was the tournament.
Yes.
The bonus was the bowl game. It was meaningful because it was yours. It was the only one. There was only one Duke's Mayo Bowl. All right, we went 8-4, but we're going and we're celebrating for 3 days in a warmer weather place than we are, and this is going to be great. And then it all became about the TV and the money and all that other stuff. And now it's about the playoff. And it was a good season somehow if you went 8-4 and won the Duke's Mayo Bowl. You at least could come home and you had the job. Now you could go to the first round of the playoff and lose, and they're looking to fire you because you didn't get to the second round of the playoff. Like, standards are going to change for the administration, the coaches, the schools in that regard. But what's changed for the fan is that, sorry, Will, nobody is going to give a shit about any of that other stuff. Like, why is nobody saying this at the beginning? Like, this is the quiet part out loud. Yeah, take the money. Go ahead, take the money. You're going to put the games on. You're going to find out.
Like,
You're going to find out.
So let's take a case of Drake for a second, okay? So Drake is a bubble team right now. There's one team that's going to guarantee themselves a spot into the tournament from the Valley, and that's the winner of the tournament. Indiana State is assumed to be the winner of that tournament. We'll see what happens in Arch Madness, but Indiana State's the 1 seed, and we'll see what happens. If you were going to tell me that I'm going to expand because I want more Drakes in the tournament, I might listen. I won't like it, but I'll listen. Instead, what you're going to give me are more teams like in Iowa. You're going to give me a middle of the pack Big Ten team.
Oh, without a doubt.
That I don't need to see in the tournament. That hasn't played well, hasn't beaten anybody, doesn't have any good non-conference wins, but they're a brand name. They're a Big Ten school. So instead of 68, I'm going to get 4 or 8 or 12 more teams out of the middle of the Big East, the middle of the Big Ten, the middle of the bottom of the back of the Big 12. I mean, at this rate, the entire Big 12 conference will be in the dance. All of them.
All of them.
Like,
all of them.
That's my problem. That's why I'm so against it. I can't stand it. Can't stand it.
Yeah, that's
Syracuse too. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
8-4 Ferentz has made a damn good living off 8-4. Whitrock, that's true. He has. But your fan base has allowed that to be the standard. If your fan base actually stopped considering 8-4 a good season, then you might actually have either A, won more, or B, fired Kirk about 2 decades ago. But you guys are cool with that, and that's fine. Yes, that's not a sad part to Juice. Drake can beat Iowa. Absolutely. Drake, you want to put Drake in the tournament? I'm in. You want to put Tucker DeVries in the tournament? Put Tucker DeVries in the tournament. I want to see it. But they're not going to get it. They're going to get one bid because this expansion is not going to be for the Mountain West or the Missouri Valley or the Colonial or the Atlantic 10. It's for the 4 big conferences, and that's it.
It's not an all-inclusion thing.
Right.
It's a special thing to get a bid to the tournament and to make it. Like, I don't know why we need to keep doing this. This is not
Money.
I know, yes, that's why they're doing it, but it's not the right. Listen, the money's good, and I guess they need it. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. But it's no good. We'll remember the times when I remember when they expanded to 64, and everybody was like, "Oh, it used to be really exclusive, 32, and blah 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 blah." I thought, all right, well, 64 is perfect. They threw these games in on Tuesday, Wednesday. By the way, it's Tuesday, Wednesday. They do the playing games, not Monday, Tuesday. It's Tuesday, Wednesday.
Same difference.
Okay,
whatever.
Feels like Monday, Tuesday. Anyhow, so you get these games and then whatever. That's enough. Sometimes things can be right. Just make them even better. Like, this is not making it on no level. Is this making it better? It's only better for those teams that now we're going to get bids that couldn't get a bid before.
Can I throw you a curveball?
Yeah.
It just broke. Came out.
What?
Oakland A's have just released their renderings of the ballpark.
Uh-huh.
For what they're proposing for the ballpark here in Vegas.
Okay.
What is that?
That's a baseball stadium?
That's a baseball stadium.
Or that's what the
That's
is
not
that?
the Sydney, that's not the Sydney Opera House. That's the baseball stadium. And there's your inside. Here's a very big problem. The outside, this is not what the intersection looks like. Okay. And secondly, there's New York in the background, and there's the MGM Grand. So somebody at least was willing to put the right location for this picture and the wrong location for this picture, because that building in the background is not anywhere near where this ballpark's going to get built.
What is that?
I have no idea where this is. The A's need to hire somebody who actually can show ballparks as to what the ballpark will look like where it's sitting. Because the inside, you go, oh, okay. This is a covered dome outdoor stadium, Dave.
What?
Look, it's indoor outdoor at the same time. The playing surface is covered. The fans are somewhat covered, but it's open air.
Photoshop is an unbelievable thing. How did they do that? What is that?
I have no idea. But there is your proposed ballpark in Las Vegas, which this makes no sense. This picture on the outside, I don't even know what angle this is. I was like, is that behind? Well, it can't be behind, because is that Flamingo or is that the Strip? Like, what is that street right there? And then what's that property in the background? Because that property in the background looks like it's the Silverton, which would make it all the way down on the south part of the Strip.
Can they build a baseball stadium? Like, what is that? That someone said that might be the Sydney Opera House.
It looks like it.
AOW.
It's exactly what it looks like. But this is so. But think about this for a second. If they built this, okay, where the LED screen is, there's a huge whatever the hell it is covering where they put the screen. When it's windy, Dave, this is like a tunnel. This is a.
Oh, you're frozen. Hold on. Don't say anything. Stop talking. Snap your fingers. Come back. Come on.
I should be back.
Oh, you're back right now. Okay.
That's a wind tunnel.
I don't know what's happening right now. This is all becoming a complete disaster. This is definitely is this the worst rendition of a baseball stadium that I've ever seen in the history of life? Like in movies, the Jetsons would have said no to this. Looks like one of those cheap canopy tents. It does. Good call, Sports Avenger. What the hell is that?
Baseball version of SoFi?
My kids are going to be so mad if something like this happens.
I mean,
just want a baseball stadium, just like the Aviator Stadium.
I think you're right, JC Casey. The airflow, I think the idea would be they would have misters or they would cool the ballpark down. But remember, it's 100 at night. It is not cool here in September, in July, in August, in June. It's hot at night.
You get used to it, though. You can play the games at 8 o'clock. They would start the games late. Start the game at 8. It would be hot. They've done it. They do it outside here.
They went
just
to
a
Academy
disaster.
and bought a tailgating tent. It's the MC Hammer Stadium. Hammer fans.
What is that? They put the green there to like pretend like it's an MGM Grand, like
Yeah, here, right, or there. I don't know,
right.
because the A's, right?
The
Colors are
first layer
A's.
of the green. And yeah, the A's. That's the A's green. I don't know who thought this was a good idea.
Maybe Scorpions can't climb up that
They
easy.
cannot. No scorpions in the stadium. What this show the outdoor picture again, please. What the hell is this?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
What
And again, I don't know what angle am I looking at? Like there's nothing around there. That's acting like there's nothing around that area. It's so congested. There's so much stuff on every single side of this ballpark. There are things everywhere. Like, is this road?
you're not even going to be able to take that picture ever.
Ever. That angle doesn't exist.
Right. Like, what are they just going to buy out the little gas stations and stuff next to that in that corner? They're going to blow
it
them
out.
and-
I don't know. Like maybe level all of it and put trees up and act like it was never there. Flatten it out. Because the ballpark, the rendering here, like this open cut area where you're looking at New York, and MGM Grand.
Yeah.
Like, so that's looking out at Flamingo. What direction is Flamingo? What direction is, what am I looking at? Like, this rendering is complete garbage. Like, this is not a real look at the ballpark. This is why people are getting very angry at the A's, because every rendering they're putting out doesn't make any sense.
It's faker than the next.
Yeah, it gets
just told the truth about all
it gets
this.
more and more frustrating. We start looking at these angles. And you're like, what exactly are you guys building?
What is
here?
that?
And I don't know. I mean, it's the comment section. I got that from Las Vegas locally. Like, this is not good. Like, it's the Sydney Opera House. What is that? Send them to Utah. This is garbage. No one in Vegas cares about this. Send them out. Like, this is dead on arrival.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
Dead
That's not going to happen.
on arrival.
Nobody's paying for that. Public
one
money. They
no
ain't
one
giving a
wants
dollar
it.
for
Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
Dear God, that was bad.
What do you want me to do? You want me to Google what? Check
No,
the other two
I'm
photos?
just-
What do you want me to Google?
Google the other two photos. LL. What does that mean?
There's one more photo that it's just a side shot that's the same angle. It's the same picture. It's not different. There's one different one. Here's one I can put up. It's a little bit different. That again, once again, guys, okay, they're putting out brands that this cannot exist. What we're about to show you here in Vegas, this cannot physically exist in Las Vegas. That can't happen. They're acting like there's nothing around that, Dave. This is one of the most congested areas in the entire city. They're acting like they're putting this in the middle of Red Rock.
There's a good place for a ballpark. Wow.
But look at this.
The sight lines would be sick if they put it out by
Look
Red
at
Rock.
look at the sides. Look at the sides of this. Like, what am I looking at? This is acting like there's nothing behind. There's so much behind the ballpark.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I don't understand what the hell they're doing. I don't understand how they think this is a good idea. It's one thing to take like a creative liberty of like what it might look like.
Yeah.
They're just putting it in a different city. They're like, oh, in terms of what we are, like, that's not really Vegas, but like, this is a utopian thought of what it would look like if we had nothing around it and the strip didn't exist. Like, that's a hellhole area, by the way, guys. Okay, just so you guys know, like all that behind the ballpark where they're going to build it is not anywhere where you want to be late night.
I mean, you got to know your way around a little bit if you're going to be down there that time. I mean,
it looks like F1 crossed with the sphere.
Right? Holy crap. Thanks, Steve Anderson. Thank you for
great.
being here. That's a good
great.
comment. It does look like that. Who are they selling this to?
The politicians. The ones who are going to write a $380 million check.
Yeah.
That's who they're doing it to.
They're trying to sell that city council or, like you said, whoever. I mean, come on. They can't be serious with this. They cannot. They just cannot.
It's not even remotely. I don't know. It's so bad. It's just so bad.
CBW said, can you imagine bringing those renderings to a town hall meeting? No, I can't.
No, people will be like, I've lived here for a long time. What the hell am I looking at? Because that is not Las Vegas. That's not what the strip looks like, nor where that ballpark would go.
Hard to sell that to someone who actually knows. That's selling it to somebody who has no idea.
Wow, that's bad.
Yeah.
So sorry, just wanted to throw that in there.
No, that was good. That was a good curveball. I like that. That was
brutal.
good.
Celtics are laying 8 tonight against Cleveland. No Donovan Mitchell. Boston's won 11 straight. Set the record, as I mentioned, for margin of victory over the 11-game win streak. We want to do it with Boston 5 games in a row. This starts their first of 5 on the road.
Yeah, they're winning this game. No Donovan Mitchell for Cleveland.
Are they covering?
I don't want no parts of Cleveland right now. I don't know if they're covering, but
they're winning. True, I would agree. But are they covering?
Save the Arch for tomorrow, by the way. The one we just skipped there to Arch Manning. We'll save that for tomorrow. That was good. We got to definitely talk about that because it's the best game ever for any video game console ever. Yeah, good number. Just to kind of wait and see.
Yeah.
Well, this Scam Likely calls me every day at this time. Every day, Scam Likely from 480. Well, I want to tell Scam Likely to.
Philly is at Brooklyn. Both teams are 7-3 to the under. The total is down 5 points already to 215.
Keep going under. It's 212.5 right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's dropped 8 points.
212.
Holy.
212 South Point, 212 circa, 212.5 Superbook.
At what point? Now, last night, okay.
Yeah.
For the
Memphis game, right?
Yeah. I had 211. It hit, but over 205.5 cash.
Correct.
So how low what's the basement of this game? So you bet over.
You might be looking at it.
212 is 8 points.
Yeah, you might be looking at it. It ain't going below 210, but this is where you got to kind of like, take a pass. If you missed it, you missed it. Like it might be enough. 215 is good. 212 maybe. Don't go less than 210. Like if it goes to 210, just let it go. Oh, Maxi's out. There you go. Boy, trying to figure out the pregame NBA puzzle is just beyond aggravating, especially now.
Phoenix at Denver laying 9.5.
Yeah, it's coming down. It's 8.5 a couple places. No idea what to make of this pregame. Take the points.
Seems like a lot, right? Seems heavy, no?
It seems ridiculously heavy, but Phoenix is caca. They're poop. I don't want them on the road. I don't want them at Denver. Is this a look ahead spot? We'll hear that, right?
Because Celtics are on Thursday,
right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, the Phoenix means way more.
I mean, you got to beat the teams in your conference first and foremost,
right? So this game's more important than the Celtics game.
Yeah, this is
too many points. It's too heavy.
Oh, Nikki Caramello said Nurkic is a game time decision.
Right. Yep.
The Juice said the Suns are pissing me off. They're not only you're pissing everybody off right now.
Yes. Don't worry. I got you guys. We're doing Purdue. Here we go. Purdue, game of the night.
Game of the night.
Number 3, Purdue is a dog at Illinois.
Rightly so, right? What? You want Purdue laying points on the road? Take the 2 then.
I'm taking the 2. Purdue's not laying. They're getting points on the road.
Illinois is winning this basketball game, son.
Okay, Illinois, so here's my problem with Illinois. Okay.
Wait for this. Hold on. Where's my listening glasses? Go.
Illinois is 103rd in adjusted efficiency defensively.
Okay.
103rd. They're 197th in 3-point defense.
Oh boy.
I mean,
so they don't defend the 3-ball well.
They're 46th in effective field goal percentage. So what do you do if you're Purdue? You're going to throw the ball into Edey and kick it out to their shooters. And if their shooters have a good night, you lose. Like that's the game tonight.
Okay.
If Purdue hits their threes, and Purdue is the 3rd best 3-point shooting team in the nation,
in the country,
at 40.5%. And they get 30% of their points from behind the arc.
Okay.
Purdue hits threes, Purdue wins. It's that simple.
Purdue hits threes, they win. That's pretty simple.
So my worry with Illinois, and I like Illinois, is that they protect the rim and they give up threes. And they're going to do it even more tonight.
Huh.
So I take the 2 points.
That's a very well thought out, sound argument. Just like they said, and I use it all the time, my cousin Vinny. And the judge said, overruled. But listen, this could win.
It is senior night. It is senior night, but it is senior night.
You like senior night.
I do, but this is Purdue hasn't been a dog much this year.
I would argue less than, 3 times?
Let's see how many times.
Go back and look at their schedule. They probably were dogs less than 3 times. This might be the third.
Let's see. Purdue this year has been
Can't think
a
of
dog.
anybody in the Big Ten they were dogs to.
First time this year.
First time this year.
Yep. It's the first time they're a dog this year.
Wow.
That's my point. First time.
I'm a side with the odds makers on this one.
Okay. First time they've made Purdue a dog all year.
Damn, son.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I guess this one I'll be watching at 4:00. There's a lot of good hockey on, though. Damn it.
Hold on. We'll get to the hockey. Don't worry.
I know, but this is the hardest part now of being on the TV and only really focusing on one thing.
North Carolina, you just saw them. They're laying 15. This is senior night against Notre Dame.
They're gonna kill this team, aren't they?
I think so. I'm not laying it,
Well,
but
I
I
mean,
think
you talk about numbers. Look at Notre Dame's numbers.
not good.
Nothing is good.
Yeah, they're bad.
Period.
They're really bad.
But I thought, I told who did I tell last night? Somebody. I said this line will be probably
It's 16 now.
12. Yeah,
No, it's
can't get a
16.
bet on the other side.
Notre Dame's 8-4 ATS on the road.
Numbers have been high.
I think I take the dog.
You can't lay it.
I mean,
It's dog or nothing.
They were catching 17 against Duke on the road. They lost by 18.
Ouch.
So
It's funny how sometimes those schools, those legacy schools, blue bloods, they just get over what their closing number was. I don't know how that happens. It's just coincidence.
just a
It's
coincidence.
unreal.
Just a
It's really
coincidence.
something.
Yeah, just a coincidence,
Yeah.
Alumni. How about this number? Auburn's laying 11.5 on the road.
You like Auburn.
Oh, I very much do like Auburn. Yes.
I know.
11.5 on the road is 11.5 on the road. 12 at some books now.
Too many.
Missouri is 3-13 ATS at home. That's hard to do, man. 3-13 at home against the number.
That's terrible.
They've lost. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is that right? They've lost 16 consecutive games. They've lost 16 consecutive games. They got a 16-game losing streak. Holy crap.
I love it. You just like you just discovered it.
I did. I just discovered that Missouri, give me Missouri.
Missouri like Euchre in
Missouri is awful.
when he looks at the thing and he goes, we got one. We only got one goddamn hit. One goddamn hit is all we got. 16 in a row.
That's amazing. I mean, it's a lot of points, but I guess now as I know it's a lot of points.
You know why.
11 points on the road in the SEC. I don't care who it is. That's a lot of points. That's crazy.
One of the biggest spreads of the season on the road for anybody. You know, never lay double digits on the road. Like 8.5 is a lot. This is a complete indictment
here we go. They were catching 12 against Tennessee. They lost by 5.
Yeah.
They were catching 10.5. Oh, it's on the road. They're Central Arkansas. They were laying 21.5 against them. Ole Miss, they were catching 1. They lost by 6. Last time out, it was that Tennessee game. And then against Mississippi State, they were catching 7.5, lost by 24. Against A&M, they were catching 5.5, lost by 19. This is just a number to get you off Auburn. This is just to make you go, don't bet Auburn.
Yeah. Just nothing to see here. Put up police line tape.
Yeah.
Move on. We don't
Kansas at home. I misspelled Kansas. Sorry. Kansas at home up against Kansas State, laying 10.5. This is a game where at first blush, you just go lay it. But I don't know.
But then you look,
It's senior night. It's senior night for Kansas at Fog Allen. So and they've been killing people at Fog Allen. They lost to BYU at home in their last home game that snapped their 19-game home winning streak.
Jade Outbet says he loves Kansas tonight.
If they can take them behind the woodshed, they're gonna. But I think this is the right side. I think Kansas State. Yeah, I get it with McCullers. I get it. I do. Jayhawks cover. And Kansas is trash on the road. Steve, they're trash. They're not really trash at home. They're pretty damn good at home. It's hard to just kind of write them off and be like, yeah, forget it. Considering at home this year, they haven't been great ATS actually, 7-8, but they only have one loss straight up at home.
Steve Anderson, trash. K-State, Kansas under. First
maybe
Mr. Anderson.
Maybe total is 143. Maybe don't hate that. One more. Alabama on the road at Florida. Another road.
What did they do the first time they played?
They have not played. This is the first time they're facing.
This is the first time they've played?
They don't play round robin in the SEC.
See, I mean, that is stupid.
Well, you can't when you have the number of teams. They have 14 teams. You can't play round robin.
So there's one team you don't play?
Yeah, and you play them once. You play your side of your division twice, and you play everybody else once.
Oh, okay. See, that's how removed I am. Like, I thought you played everybody twice. You don't do that anymore.
You need 12. Well, you need 10 or 12 teams, then you can do it. But 14 makes it impossible.
Favorite? First
I don't know. Ken Palm has it as a Bama win by 3.
I don't trust them on the road.
Bama?
Yeah.
No, but they're going to give up a ton of points.
Over to
Florida.
176.
I bet it already. Florida is
176.
Yeah, it's not even their highest spread of the year. That's not even their highest total of the year.
That's the highest total of the day, right?
Oh yeah.
That ain't even close. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's high.
Wow.
Well, I guess 176.5 ties the highest for Alabama.
Didn't
Arizona
the game close 178, I thought?
No, that was the Florida. The Kentucky game was 176.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I knew. Yeah, it involved Florida, right?
No, it was Kentucky. It was Kentucky Alabama. Kentucky Bama was 176, and the game went 36 over by 36. Up against. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. They did play Alabama. Sorry, in the first one, 174.5, over by 16.5. They did play there at Bama.
Thank you guys for fact checking. He's doing the show and producing, and I didn't have time to look.
No, but they don't play.
I thought
everybody.
they played together. Or I thought this team they already played. That's
it was on the 21st of Florida when I played, or February when I played Florida.
First game went to OT. Thank you, LL.
98-93. But the Kentucky
Florida should have won and lost in overtime. Now I really like Florida. I do.
Oh.
Now I like Florida sidewise.
I think it's Florida.
The game goes over again. Holy crap!
It is. This is Florida Senior Day. Yeah, this game goes over. Yeah, that's my play on it. It's going to be. Yeah, and Bama's going to be mad for the Tennessee game. I'll agree with that. Yeah,
they should be mad.
Ticked off about what happened. All right, to hockey, we'll do one game or two games before we let go of Sports Grid and Sirius XM. Yep. Florida, Jersey tonight. Florida, big win last night. They're on a back-to-back against a reeling Devils team. Dead cat bounce.
Forget about dead cat bounce. This is the coach got fired, right? This
for Jersey. Yeah. Dead cat bounce for Jersey.
Lindy, rough, gone. Not his fault though, because they cannot stop
anyone.
The goaltender situation has been a problem all season, not addressed. Tried to cover it up, and Lindy got caught in the crossfire. He's gone. The only good thing is you get them off of a back-to-back in a really entertaining hell of a hockey game last night with them and the Rangers. That was a really fun, learn a lot. The Rangers aren't that far off, but the Panthers are the best team in hockey right now.
Panthers, no dead cat bounce.
Are the best team in hockey.
No dead cat bounce. I'm taking Jersey.
Over to
over in principle. Take the Devils on principle.
Favorite play. Yes. I think you'll be live like in the third period, tied. You might have to hang on and win in overtime. This is the game that the Panthers get caught. There's no question. I think you got to play the Devils if you're going to play a side, but I really like the over.
Interesting. Thank you, SiriusXM listeners. Thank you, Sports Grid viewers. I appreciate everything that you guys being here, listening, being a part of the show. Watch the show live sometime. You really do enjoy it. If you are live, YouTube or Twitter, don't move. You get bonus time right now. Your daughter
we're going to keep this quick because we got to. Are we going to this meeting or no?
I don't know, but your daughter just texted me.
My daughter texted you?
Yeah.
Which daughter?
Your middle one.
Really?
Yeah.
She ain't talked to me in a month, so that's good. That's awesome.
I looked down. I go, whose number is that? It was not my phone. It's the 702 number. I was like, who is there? They're asking me about my what do I order at Chipotle? Kelsey, I'm doing the show. I can't talk to you right now.
Wow. That's great. I didn't even get that text. Bonus time is great, and we got a couple super chats I saw fly by, so we'll get to them in a second. But I can't believe that a guy got stung in his junk by a scorpion. And now that we can really fucking talk about it, the pain that had to stick, like that had to hurt. When the wind blows, I'm sensitive down there. You know what I mean? Scorpion stings man in his testicles while he slept at a Las Vegas hotel. What the fuck? Are we the only sports gambling show talking about this? I cannot believe
everyone's talking about that.
Are they?
Yeah, everyone's talking about
on
that.
shows.
I don't know. Everyone's talking. Maybe not on gambling shows, but everyone's talking about it. This is the number one water cooler conversation this morning was. You hear about the fucking guy who got his nuts stung by a scorpion in Vegas while he was sleeping? Like, what was he doing? Like, what was he? Was he having a solo session and like the thing wanted to join? Like, what was going on with that?
I can't believe it.
That's like the number one. That's the number one. Edmonton at Boston. Bruins are dogs at home to the Oilers.
Why?
Great question. Why?
Why?
Huge win last night for them. They own the Maple Leafs, but wow. Bruins home dogs?
Egregious.
Okay.
Wrong. All the above. Boston owns the Leafs.
They do.
I love you guys that watch the show up in Ontario and Leafs fans. And Cam's great when we do the shows together. We did the show yesterday. He's a Leafs fan. He came on yesterday, defeated. He came on. He took 2.5. He thought, they won't let in any more goals. They did. Boston. The Leafs don't want to see Boston in the playoffs because it's going to end quickly. I think Boston beats the Oilers tonight too. I can't believe the line. It's pick 'em. But again, the back-to-back was always my kryptonite. Sometimes I valued it too much. Sometimes I didn't value it enough. I don't know. Who's playing goal? Edmonton was there before. Like Edmonton didn't play last night, right?
Right. No,
Boston did.
Boston's on a back-to-back, yeah. Does it matter?
Those spots where the visiting team is in your city, relaxing in their beds while you're playing, and then you get in late at night and go home, say hello to the wife or girlfriend, or both if they're different areas of the town, whatever. But then you go take a nap and you go to the game. It's not good for the home team. You like a side?
I just think how often do you get the Bruins at home as a dog? It's extremely rare.
This might be the first time all season for that. Yeah. Purdue's a first-time dog at home. How many times has Boston been a dog at home this season? We got guys that will check this.
Yeah, draw. I don't mind the draw bet. And the over too. Yeah, that's my only play. My only play on it is the over. I like the over a lot. One more. Dallas at San Jose. Second period over bet hit last game after it didn't cash the game before. Come back with it again.
Wait a second. This game is at San Jose?
That's what I thought. Did I read it wrong?
Holy crap, it is. No, I saw the number. I thought it was at home.
No, it's at San Jose.
Holy shit. What is Dallas going to be at home when they play San Jose?
7. 6,
oh, my God.
$6.
What the? Josie Myers, if you're listening to the show, thanks for still riding with the San Jose experiment. He puts it out there.
He does.
My God. do you take 2.5? It's the only thing you consider with San Jose tonight. If you take 2.5, but Dallas is probably, second period over again, right? At San Jose, though, it's all dependent on the first period. What if this is 3-0 after 1?
True. That would be the problem.
Right? Then they milk it and just get to the end.
That'd be
yesterday. Would the Avalanche beat the Blackhawks by yesterday? 5-0?
Yeah, it's bad.
These games are going to go like this for these bad teams.
End of the year.
Terrible.
Terrible. Better to book it. All right, again, I got value on these overnight plays. Under 208, Charlotte and Orlando.
Ooh. See, this would be one of those ones where this bet would come across the ticker, and I'd be like, why is this guy betting this game? Orlando, Charlotte could be on the – if you look at the board today, this might be the game with the least number of bets in the whole joint.
Well, the Charlotte Hornets are 8-2 to the under over their last 10 games. They're 22-16 to the under against the Eastern Conference, and they are 4-1 over the last 5 games to the under. While Orlando is flat 16-16-1, but they are 5-0 to the under over their last 5 games.
I would only bet this under. This got to be. This has to be betted. I wouldn't. I don't want nothing to do with this game.
Under 218.5 for Detroit and Miami.
Why this game?
Because again, we're going to go look at these trends, and these trends are crazy. The Detroit
Miami's just home off of a long road trip. No.
Yep. Miami's 7-3 to the under over their last 10 games.
Okay.
They are 15-14 to the under at home. The last 9 games in a row for Detroit have gone under. 9 in a row.
Good point, Nikki Ciaramella. This show is the only people talking about Orlando and Charlotte under. If anyone else talks about it, I'm gonna fucking find you. This total. This is. You want under in a Detroit game?
Why? 9 in a row, Dave. 9 in a row. Under.
Okay. Listen, you're hot. I'm riding it. I'll say bet it.
The last totals time, good. The last time an over hit in a Detroit game was the 8th of February.
Were you still married then? No. No, sorry.
Fuck,
I say that out loud.
No, that would suck. It was. Fuck.
The rate I'm going, it's the same rate. I get it. Holy crap. Wow. That was a long time ago.
So
okay.
Over a month ago was the last time the game went over involving the Pistons.
It's down to 217.
Okay.
I like the little inch moves rather than the 8
monster. Okay.
Yeah.
And then over 176.5 Bama in Florida.
Yes. Bet it. I don't even have to debate that. That's
Bruins, Oilers over 6.5.
I'll say this one is going to be a massive sweat. It shouldn't be with the Oilers involved, but the back-to-back for the Bruins is going to – this is weird. I feel like we're missing something completely.
They don't play under games.
I know. They did last night. That game went under.
Barely. 4-1. That was because
Toronto
Toronto sucks. That's more of the Maple Leafs.
Right. Yeah, this is the tricky one.
The flight back from Toronto is nothing. It's a 30-minute up and down.
Right. It's
nothing.
This is not a big deal.
So you come back, depending on back-to-back. But I think the Bruins give up a lot of goals tonight. I think
is Swayman playing?
Ooh. For the Bruins, it hasn't really mattered.
It hasn't said, right? They don't know.
Let's see. Tonight, the Boston Bruins will start all mark expected.
Right.
Skinner expected, not confirmed. So they're waiting for the skate for the warm-ups. So to see who's going to wind up playing.
Rob L said the Bruins are 3-0 to the over at home in their last 3 home games. Yep. Thank you. All mark from SoCal DJ and Rob.
Is it confirmed or is it just expected?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying that listen, they're putting it in the chat. I'm just reading it. So
we were divorced in Boston. I've always paid more than demand. What does that mean?
I don't know, Stevie Anderson. What are you trying to do here?
I don't know what that means.
The wife's not watching the show right now anyway. She's very busy at work, but she watches it later. All the talk about the Green Door got her watching that show on Friday by herself. I was out of town. I wasn't even – I think she watched it to see if I actually came on the show. But she was very interested in yours and Emerson's discussion about the Green Door. So
Super chat questions. I got a text. Addison said DK promo, first player to hit a $3, $10 max bet, then unlimited 50-cent bonus for every 3 made in the game. What player game would you target? Huh. He wrote and he texted me and he said, for my clarification, okay, so it's a no cap on bonus bet earnings today, NBA threes day at DraftKings. Any NBA game, you must opt in, opting scoring $10 plus first 3 score wager, and then 50 cents towards every bonus for the 3-pointer hit in the game by that player.
Luka.
Ooh.
Luka in the Dallas game against Indiana, no?
Yeah.
I mean, Addison's in Indiana. He's going to be watching the game anyway.
Yeah, I like it.
Right?
Definitely.
It's
Luka. I like Luka a lot on that. And just usage, just from a usage percentage, he's going to take a ton of threes. He went 3 for 9 against Boston. Didn't 4 for 10 in his last game against the Sixers. Triple double. He's got back-to-back triple doubles. No, he's got how many? Wow, 3 in a row triple doubles for Luka. Holy crap.
Luka.
30, 11, and 16, 37, 12, 11, 38, 11, and 10 for Luka.
Chat, help this man out. Help Addison out. We help each other out in the chat.
Luka, for sure.
Put your suggestion in there. That's a good call. I don't know. That's a quick glance.
Gary's asking
a little bit deeper.
Dave,
we'll put it in a Discord. If I come up with something deeper, we'll put it in a Discord. What's the Discord channel again?
The BVBshow.com.
Damn right, like the Ohio State University.
It's
because some mofo went and got that other one, but that's okay because we're gonna get you at the BVBshow.com.
How are live odds updated so quickly? Gary would like to know.
Live all automated. Most of the time, it's all an automated procedure, and they're watching a feed that's faster than anything you could see, unless you want to pay $25,000 to $50,000 a month for the fast feed that they're paying.
Yeah,
you ain't getting that feed.
No
problem, Gary. But thank you for the super chat. That was his first one ever.
Yep.
There's a big banner that appears under there. Fire out a question. We appreciate the hell out of that. That goes to the fund to keep the show going and keep the lights on. Which, listen. The plan is we're going to keep the lights on and keep showing up. That's going to be the first one of the first T-shirts I get to meet this guy. Hopefully this afternoon. If we're not doing this other thing, I got this other guy I got to go meet about a T-shirt. It says, "Just do the show." BBB. Okay. Just do the show.
In 4 minutes or less. What's your favorite thing about today?
4 minutes or less. Guy got stung on his balls by a scorpion, and we talked about it for 15 minutes. Completely unscripted and with graphics, not the actual graphics of the guy's balls. That would have been, we definitely would have never gotten off late night if we shown this guy swollen nuts. But that's my favorite thing about today so far. I'm going to talk about this to the girls and say, did you guys hear about this guy that got stung? And they're going to go, what? And they might actually watch the show, which would get us in the algorithm and more views, which is what we need right now. So that's my favorite thing about today, P-Roll. That was less than 2 minutes. What do you got?
Well, it was going to be our walkthrough tonight, but I'm waiting to hear if we're going to go and do this or not. Because I was really excited about going down to Resorts World and walking to do a walkthrough today to kind of plan the whole show. Yeah. So I just sent a text message to our friend down there and said, hey, are we meeting? Yes or no? So I don't know. I'm hoping I get a response back saying, yes, we are meeting. So then we'll head on down. If not, that was not going to be a favorite thing about today, but hopefully it is. So if anything about today, hopefully is to go do a walkthrough at Resorts World and take some pictures and get everybody ramped up and excited for what's going to happen coming up here on the 21st and 22nd of March here with us for our second ever BVB weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for the first weekend of March Madness. It is right around the corner. So update tomorrow, whether or not that happened or not, we'll let you guys know on this. Oh, the over hit on the 55% to the over 6 minutes. There we go. To put a finish touch on that. Guys, do us a favor. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube, not subscribed to our on Apple Podcasts, please do so. If you guys need to go and get the podcast, this is how you can go ahead and do it. You will point your phone at that QR code. That QR code takes you directly to Apple Podcasts. Leave a review, subscribe, So you guys will always get our deal, always get our podcast each and every day once the show is over. Great way to catch up on the show. If you miss it, you get it on audio podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you guys get your audio podcasts. Will we talk UFC this week?
Is there a big UFC? Is it this weekend?
Monster.
299? No.
299. Yep. In Miami coming up. Yes. We'll do a lot of that coming up here.
Can we go to Miami?
It's Tuesday. No, I cannot go to Miami. It's Tuesday. I got a text back. Looks like we're good to go. There's a favorite thing about today.
We're going?
We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Matt and Dave.
We're going to the meeting?
We're going to the meeting. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Peace out, boys. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Keep telling someone about the show. Thank you.
Bye.